Alright guys, so here's an update. A few weeks late, but here it is. So, for the most part, the plants are doing good. If you notice, the Kimberly is getting pale, and I really don't know why that happened. The only thing I can say for that is I started messing around with the GH. So I was running it, I guess I was dosing the RO water and bringing it up to about 6, and I dropped it down to 4 just to see what would happen. Well, it didn't like it, so I brought it back up to 6, and it's actually getting a little more color. It was actually more pale than that. Another thing I did was I raised the lights, and that I'm sure played a little bit into it, but that was after it started getting pale. And the reason why I raised the lights was the Esrapens, the Stargini started getting algae. The only plant really that started getting algae. And I don't know why that's getting algae either. So that's something else I gotta figure out what's going on. It is starting to get color now. What I did was, I have that, it's a T5 high output fixture that has 6 bulbs. I only run 4. Well, now I'm running 6, but I'm running it at, I raised it up a little higher, and I'll show you. I'll take it back here. So it's higher up now. I don't know. It actually looks better with the color now too. It's a little brighter, but a lot of the plants seem to be responding better to that. We'll see what happens with the Stargini, and I'll show you in a second. The Rotala down there, I trimmed that the other week. Just trying to get that to bush out. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but we'll see what happens with that. Oh yeah, I guess it's been a while, right? So I pulled everything out and just kept some stems and replanted it, and now I'm trying to start a bush from the beginning properly. So it doesn't look bad so far. It's all the new, it's starting new shoots, so we'll see what happens there. Alright, so remember Monte Carlo, that's gone. Monte Carlo is gone. So I did end up removing the Monte Carlo, and I put the Stargini down here. And kind of what I'm thinking with the Stargini, why it started getting algae, is they're all tops, right? They weren't rooted. Maybe they didn't have enough light. You want the plants to outcompete for algae. Well, it does take a little bit for those plants to establish and root and start growing properly. So that, I guess, to me, that kind of explains why they started getting algae and none of the other plants did, because they were all new. They had to establish, no roots, so they're just stagnant plants, right, until the roots started growing, until they could start growing. And I'll show you the algae. It's not good. You can see it, and you can see the only plants it's touching is the Stargini. So I'm not sure what my plans are. So you see the new growth is fine. So I don't know if I want to go down and pick off all the old stuff. Start over, pull it out. But I think if I pull it out, I'm going to go through the same thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of be diligent. Petco up the street actually ended up getting more autos in, so I picked up another 6. So I think I have about 15 in here now. 15 or 16. What I need is some Amano shrimp. I need more. I think I have about 10 or 12 in here. I need probably another 20. I think if I just pick the, if I gotta pick up a bunch more Amanos, they'll probably clean most of this up for me. That moss, I've still been trying to find something to put that on, and I will eventually. You can see the fish are doing good. You see I got rid of the breeps, and I moved this stuff over that was in the 20. I moved it over here. Oh, I like it. So what I was thinking about doing is bordering this right down here with the moss. I'll put some kind of stick down here. I know what you guys heard me say this a million times, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to do something, find a stick, but I have to. Because I really like this stuff. I want to fill this whole area in with that. I'm going to get it to grow a little lower. I'll trim it. All that stuff is going up. I'll tame it. I'll try to tame it. I don't know. It's the first time I'm ever trying to grow it, but it seems tameable. I'll try look at some fish. I love these guys. They look awesome. So again, for the most part, I haven't really changed much. I guess I have, right? So the bonsai, I pulled all the roots out and replanted the tops, just to get more stems and have them growing nice. These guys, I put what are these guys? The SP Red, I guess, repens, right? I threw them in there. See, some of the stuff is a little pale, but I just put the 6 bulbs in a few days ago, and like I said, the plants are responding really well to them, so we'll see. Hopefully the algae doesn't respond really well. These guys I got from another. They were over in the 20 long, so I wanted to put them over here, see how they do here. They might even end up replacing these. I do like these guys, but I don't know if they're going to replace them or maybe I'll just move them over. I just want to see how they grow in here, and they're growing well. Again, a little pale on top, but we'll see in the next few days, weeks, how they do. That Blioxia, remember I told you I haven't had Blioxia in here for over a year or longer, and I found that one little piece over to the right that was hidden in the Revives, and that's sure enough what it is. It's growing. Hold on, the wife's calling me. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I'll be up in a minute. You can leave it alone. It's fine. So, and then I got the Aromatica Mini. And I think I got like 1 or 2 stems when I originally got this, and this is growing pretty well. I have it shaded right now by the Kimberly, but I'll move that around. I just threw it in here just for a place to grow. So, and that's pale, obviously. What was I guess a leaf from the Reuben down there I have to pull out. But the other thing I did was I put a spray bar on the one outflow just to give a little more surface agitation. I'm trying to think what else have I done to this tank since the last video. I guess I have done a lot, but still not looking great. The substrates, obviously it's funny that the plants in the other tank and this one along with a different substrate do a lot better. So I know this happened, so I did end up picking up a new 75, and now I have to get that ready. I picked it up for $89 at Petco, so I will be swapping this out because I can't stand these seams. They're seals with the algae all over, and I can't clean it off because it's under it. So that's about it for the 75. I can't think of anything else. Alright, I'll bring you over to the 20. Here's Cletus. Got a whole bunch of dirt in his ear from playing at the park today. Alright, buddy. My puppy. So, for the most part, everything's growing well in here, too. I'll try to focus in here. So, the Reineke is growing better than I've ever had it growing in any tank. So, I do have to pick some algae, pick these leaves off. There's a few. It's not growing flat like it should. So this is the mini over here. This is all the mini, and I forget the name of this one. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But it seems to be growing, so that's good. But just not great. These guys, I started off with 4. I split a few of them, so now there's 7 of them in there, and I'm just waiting for them to start shooting off some other plants. I did put some bonsai in here just to see how it would grow in this tank. Just a stem. It's like a Y stem. So take a little quick tour in here. I wish I would have showed you guys this when this was growing in nice. I had a nice bush. I trimmed it off to let it bush again. Some of the plants, some of the Rotala grow a little longer than others because it's a mixed batch of Rotala. So what I'll do is I'll just go and just trim a little bit so that it evens out. But I like it. Eventually, obviously, I'm going to have to pull all that out and start from the beginning. But for now, I like it. The Stargrass. I think if you guys remember when I first got it, I got like 3 or 4 pieces of it, and they all died except one little tiny piece, probably about the size of, let's see if I can get in here, like that little piece right there. And that turned into this. So I think it just needed to acclimate to the tank. So for now, that's about it. But if you guys could help me out with this AR Mini, so what I'm not doing it using any root tabs. I'm just RO water. I'm doing EI dosing, RO water, and I'm remineralizing to about 6 GH of 6, and then a KH of 1 to 2, roughly in there. If there's any tips you guys have for the AR to flatten these leaves out and really make it flourish, I'd be grateful. Alright, thanks guys.